Reserve time.
Again, I called early on in the last game that Panda in Disguise was my play game phases. Definitely happy that they got that hero again. A Vengeful Spirit who had seen that same game between Stab and Bendover multiple times save a carry using top and basically putting herself in the saving a
10 seconds.
get what
remaining.
I mean in the middle.
5 seconds remaining.
That's also a good pick to counter the
reserve time.
I wonder if Bendover is gonna ban that Terrorblade in the second phase after.
Beastmaster.
There's the Beastmaster offlaner.
Radiant team pick.
K4. Bendover are gonna not and to. Okay.
10 seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
And that's the first Phoenix we're gonna see in this tournament. Banned time and time again, and Phoenix faces Volt is quite a powerful combo. You get a 3-man Chrono thing around that amount. Along with the Phoenix Egg. Almost like an 8-second, 9-second stun combined AoE. It's pretty ridiculous.
5 seconds remaining.
Where do the bans go next?
Reserve time.
So far they've banned 2 mid heroes, so that could be something that they're gonna follow through. Taking their time, as usual, second banning phase. Crash. Spirit Breaker banned by... Not sure why they felt the need to ban Spirit Breaker there. I don't have an analysis on it, and there's a Disruptor ban.
Dire team ban.
And an instant Night Stalker ban here, so... I wonder if Bendover is gonna go with banning that Terrorblade. Armin didn't have the best start with him yesterday, but go on to get a Rampage and catch up to the top net worth and then pull through ahead, like, I don't know, 5k net worth lead. He turned out to be a pretty lethal Terrorblade. And Terrorblade mixes into a push strat that fits Beastmaster and Vengeful Spirit, so decent ban right now. See if Bendover think the same. Spending most of the reserve time on this ban phase. K4 have been relatively quick with their picks, and it is the Terrorblade ban, and I feel good about myself, guys. It was pretty predictable. I'm not going to take too much credit for it. So let's see where K4 go with this. Pretty quick Witch Doctor pick, and that is a block pick, you could say. Hamada does not get his... Ara does not get his Witch Doctor this game, and it is in fact probably Hamada that gets his Witch Doctor. I can let you guys know, for those of you that haven't heard me rant and rave about Hamada's Witch Doctor, it is very good as well.
Reserve time.
So Bendover have their offlaner. They have their 4 position. They could be looking for another support here on this pick. Or they could show their mid at this point. The Faceless Void could, at the end of the day, be played as a Ricky. And there's the Ricky.
Dire team pick.
For the first time this tournament possibly has made it through the draft as well as Phoenix. So this is the first time I believe we're going to be casting at least Ricky and Phoenix in a lineup. Pretty interesting stuff.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
And now K4 have to deal with this annoying Ricky. Gonna be leeching the XP off that Beastmaster in the forest, harassing him. Just a pest to deal with. See how they're gonna deal with this. So far Bendover have picked a very versatile draft where the Phoenix could go off lane, Faceless Void could go off lane or safe lane. They haven't showed their cards yet at all. Whereas KnownFor, Beastmaster is most likely going to be an off lane, and they have to pick a mid or an easy lane hero right now. A position 1 or a position 2. So this is going to give Bendover a lot of information, and they're going to use their last ban very wisely. They also get to counterpick that hero. Invoker is not still in the draft. I actually thought he made it through. I thought we'd seen an Invoker for sure. And that's a Viper. And that is the first Viper of this tournament as well. So 3 heroes that we're seeing for the first time in this tournament. Heroes have been banned out multiple times by teams. Have all made it through the draft. And Viper's scary, man. He's one of the dominant forces in mid in the laning phases. So how to deal with this Viper? Alina picked up by Bendover, and I do believe that this is a KKZor mid Lina. I have seen him play the hero several times. He's very well versed with her. And he gets that Aghanim Scepter. He can blow that Viper up through his magic resistance. It is an interesting pick. It makes sense. And I like it. Seems fun.
5 seconds remaining.
So we're going to see a
Reserved
ban right now by both teams. The position 1. Safe lane farmers. I would be surprised if we don't see a Slark ban. He's another hero that's been banned a lot this tournament, and rightfully so. And there's the Slark ban I was just talking about. Now it's Bendover ban out a safe lane carry. The Drow, so actually a really good ban by Bendover, because Drow would be absolutely devastating in this lineup for KnownFor. Really good catch by them. I completely missed it. I like that by the very famous Ara. Well played.
5 seconds remaining.
And our last pick, Huskar. Oh, how dirty. So dirty by Bendover. And insta-pick Troll Warlord in response. This is very interesting. Super ruddy on the safe lane Huskar. Well, things just got very, very interesting, guys. Like, I understood what was happening from start until finish of this draft, except the finish part. Here we go. Panda in disguise on the Faceless Void for the Radiant side. KKZero on his mid Lina. Meet your Bob on the annoying pest that is Rikimaru with a pretty cool set. The very famous Ara on the Phoenix, and Super Ruddy on Huskar, the safe lane Huskar, we are assuming. And this is to determine who gets to play Elab in the grand final, guys. Dash on the Witch Doctor for K4. Hamada on the Vengeful Spirit. Armin on the safe lane Troll Warlord. Mega on the Beastmaster off lane. And Orpheus on the mid Viper. And we're gonna see an engagement very early on here. Super Ready looks to make it out. The smoke is broken. And the smoke looks to be wasted. The Hawk comes in and just sees everything. Well, actually sees nothing because Rikimaru is gonna go for it. And he does get a nice last hit early on. They're gonna look to give the Bani rune to Orpheus to give him a good start. And the top rune doesn't look like it's gonna be contested. Armin is heading up there on his Troll Warlord, but I don't think he can contest this and it would be a mistake. And yeah, he chooses against it.
The battle begins.
Here we go. Exciting stuff, guys. Meteor Bob going relatively early attempt at a courier snipe, I think. Don't think the courier is gonna be out for anything anytime soon. And let's keep track of the last hits and denies very early on here. They could count for Viper, renowned for being a hero that it's very hard to win a lane against 1v1. But the long-term idea is correct by KKZor and Bendover. You can blow that Viper up with an Aghanim Scepter if you get that farm. Meteor Bob keeping track of Hamada, making sure he doesn't try anything fishy. Oh. Under in disguise. Not really looking for farm, just looking for the XP right now. And good thing too, he isn't looking for farm because Hamada is making his way over. Anything. They do have some an aggressive ward there and there. So good warding by K4. Something they've shown multiple times this tournament. This ward, however, by Bendover is counter warded. If they ever run by there, they're gonna realize. Nothing too fancy happening yet. Mini stack on this easy camp, and now they start the pulls. They're trying to limit any amount of XP Mega can get on this Beastmaster, and he might have to transition to the jungle earlier than expected. And this guy's playing it relatively safe, but so far the last hits have gone strongly in favor of Bendover. Oh, and but KKZor could go down here, taking a lot of damage on that rise. Oh, he just lives through the... And the body blocks by Meteor Bob. He just lived there. He had to use the salve. He had to use a lot, guys. Let's be honest. He used tons of things to stay alive there. But he does, and he does not give away that first blood. And he has Meteor Bob to thank for it with some beautiful, beautiful body blocks. And that was some really nice plays by Bendover. I thought that first blood was going K4's way for. Here's Mega trying to get whatever farm he can get. As we said, they weren't letting much creeps get through creep pull. And Panda in Disguise doing the same. Definitely not doing as well as Mega in the last hits department, but they'll be fine with that if both their carries are doing quite well. Especially KKZor, considering he's leaning against the Viper. It's not an easy matchup. He does have the Riki there helping him harass, and Hamada does come in, but the Riki's there waiting, and Hamada could be in trouble. Viper had to switch targets possibly. Hamada could go down here, and he does go down, and there's the first blood. Viper is gonna get a comeback kill, but the first blood does go Rikimaru's way, and he definitely needed that experience. He does get it. KK's is not willing to leave yet, even if he's a little low. His bottle should be refilled here with an invisibility rune, and it is. He starts chugging on that bottle. There is a bounty rune bottom too. Panda in Disguise is in trouble on top, but he does get out of there, and he should be fine. Meteor Bob on his Rikimaru is coming in, but they do have a sentry, and the sentry is counter warded. They have another sentry up there, which is also gonna get counter warded. There it is. KK's is gonna go down here. There's no way out for him. Hamada, third time lucky with the gank on KK's. And eventually you can't keep escaping skin of your teeth. Eventually that gank is gonna work, unfortunately for you. Your Bob being a pest. Level 3 right now, not the worst thing in the world, considering he's been roaming all game. And pings coming out, there's a bunch of them here, and Panda in Disguise just realizes and backs up. No need to try and stuff in danger.
Dire's bottom tower is under
So far, Huskar probably not very far from his armlet. And he is getting ready for it. That's a scary thing. Mega just pulling the creeps, and there is Huskar's armlet. He's already completed it. And just missed a kill on the mid. Very famous Ara helping KK Zor take down. What? Alright, I missed a lot there, guys. I missed the kill in mid, and then I missed what happened down here when Super Ruddy just got his armlet. He went balls to the wall and killed what seemed to be
Dire's bottom tower is under
he killed Beastmaster solo. So what happened in mid was Phoenix came to help KK Zor take out both the Viper and the Witch Doctor, and at the same time Huskar, Super Ruddy on his Huskar, soloed Beastmaster behind the tower. Apologies for that. It seemed like a lot was going on at once. It was hard to keep up. And Panda in Disguise will look to get out of here. Time Walk is on cooldown, but he should be fine. Your Bob coming up here to do some harass. He just wants to stop stacks and be a pest at this point, but he doesn't manage to. He does get an aggressive ward down, and he does point out the stacks. Probably gonna go for harass here if he's feeling a little lucky. So definitely a bright start for Bendover. See on both graphs around 2000 in the lead of BO.SnD.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Another last hit goes Huskar's way, and Huskar will be very happy. Start he's had. He's 1-0. He's got 60 last hits in almost 8 minutes. 17 denies, not that they mattered much since. And they are pushing in heavy on Panda in Disguise, and Super Ruddy comes in with like a third of his health, and he's ready to go. Doing Huskar things, guys. Oh, and the stun is landed on Dash, and he could be in trouble if Huskar switches on him, but they've already switched up here on Mega, who does use his roar and go on Super Ruddy. Super Ruddy is being healed though, and he is gonna take out Mega, and I don't think they can deal with this Huskar and his armlet. He wants to armlet switch, but doesn't get a chance. Troll does take him out. Meteor Bob will go down as well. Really good play by K4. It looked horrible for them for a second, but that Troll does come in, and that misrating means that Huskar is gonna go down without putting as much of a fight as I thought he was gonna put up. KKZor heading back to base to refill his bottle. Things going around. I think Courier Viper is going for that mech build. Ara not far away from his level 6, and neither is Ricky. They will be happy about that. How are the supports faring on the other team? Also level 5 and level 5. So supports aren't too far behind in experience in this game. Panda in the Skies should back out here. He does have the chrono ready, if needed. And Bendover are stealing the stacks here, and K4 are gonna respond to this, I believe. Yeah, they're gonna respond, but a little too late, and they just realized that they have lost the stacks. Very greedy play and very worth it for Bendover. Things going all over the place by K4. But they know that chrono's up, and it's making them very nervous. And thinking about that Roche. Barely any life left. He does have invisibility. He's waiting to see any of the Dire and just jump on them. He might get Mega here. He will get Mega here, and Mega's taking so much damage, and he's gonna go down. Super Ruddy's burning is gonna take him out. Burning Spears are gonna take him out alone. Ruddy just walking around barely any health, and you can tell he's pretty confident on this hero. Especially now that he has his lifesteal up. And they're gonna push. They're gonna push top tower. Carmen making his way. He might be in trouble here. Panda in the Skies does have a chrono, and they're gonna get this Carmen kill. There's probably no way for him to get out of this. And there isn't. Ara gets the kill on his Phoenix, who has his egg ready whenever needed. And Ricky also does have his Tricks of the Trade ready. Super Ruddy is in trouble here, but the line of sight will stop that. And they're going to turn this around on Witch Doctor. Orpheus gets nuked by Lina, and Super Ruddy is being healed up. They're going to get this Viper too. Viper goes down as well, and Bendover are just running amok right now. Going straight for Roshan, and they should be able to get this. There's no contesting this for K4 at this point. Ruddy does get stunned though. Roshan doesn't want to make it easy. But contesting this will be very difficult, especially when you know that the Radiant have vision on you. They go on Meteor Ball, but he is being healed by the Sun Ray, and he should be fine. Carmen does come in from the right though, and so does Witch Doctor. They might get this Ricky, and he even gets out. Oh, they definitely can engage. They know that egg is still up. So, advantage firmly in Bendover's favor. They're chasing Dash here. They might even get another one. Looks to be getting away though. Does go behind this tower, but they look to be diving the tier 2s, and they weren't sure about it, and they keep going. Panda in the Skies looking for the bash. He doesn't get it. And now he's in no man's land with no blink. And he's gonna go down here. That was a little bit questionable to say the least by Panda in the Skies. A little bit too overzealous. The lead still firmly in Bendover's favor, however. Super Ruddy takes some heavy damage, and the Aegis goes to waste, and they might go for a second kill here. Phoenix is waiting though. He does not have enough for the egg. He's way less mana required than he cannot cast the egg this fight. It's almost impossible. But Super Ruddy goes ham, and he's turning it on them. He takes down one, but he does go down eventually. And I feel like Bendover's last few decisions have been so questionable. The Aegis was thrown away. KK Zor now. Oh, and the Chrono comes in, only catches one, and it traps Karate Kid KK Zor in to get killed by it. Panda in the Sky is not the best Chrono there. He got one of his teammates killed for it. I mean, you got Alina killed the death of a witch doctor. It's just not the best chrono. And the really big cooldown.
Illusion.
As you can see, Bendover.SnD being chipped away on, and some of it was well played by K4, but a lot of it was questionable decisions by Bendover, to be honest. Maybe they're overconfident with the lead they have.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Easy to get overconfident when you have a fat Huskar, to be honest.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And he's a very fat Huskar, as you can see.
Dire's top tower
I'll
is
dig that.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Bob is gonna spot out Mega here. And a small rotation coming in by K4, looking for Ar'a. They have a feeling he's there. He does have his Icarus dive up in a few seconds and he should be okay. They are making a move here on Ar'a. But on top here, Rikimaru has used his tricks of the trade. He does go down. The death ward was expended for that though, so he okay with it. At this point, the Rikimaru is more or less position 5. But the Void's farm, I mean, I didn't even notice it until now, but it's almost level with the Rikimaru and the Phoenix, and I think that's testament. Maybe not Hand in Disguise's best game. He does land the 2-man chrono there to shut me up. And Huskar could get another one here on Carmen. Carmen does get them with the whirling axes, but they are going to get a kill, and that was down to Panda in Disguise with a clutch chrono. Maybe to make up for the last one. Oh, and the swap actually jukes out, but they do destroy the egg. The swap jukes out the stun by Lina. Very nicely played by Hamada, showing some skills he learned possibly back in the days when he did play for Bendover.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top
And the
has
top
fallen.
tower does go down to what is far. Gets fatter and fatter. I'm not sure. Test him. It's gonna have to be. You know how it is with Huskars. It's always like a last boss fight. Whenever you're fighting that guy, not really fun. It's not really fair either. K4 have done relatively well, come back into this game. Pretty close. The gold advantage is still significantly in Bendover's favor with around 7,500 lead. The XP is much closer, and in general the game isn't by any means out of the question. I mean, K4 have come back into this. So, Ikizor just skipped out on the idea of the Aghanim Scepter that I was suggesting earlier. Maybe deciding better of it. They could get a kill here on Carmen, and they used the Chronosphere for it. But it is a big kill and definitely worth it in their eyes. Now grouping up for a push. They don't have the best tower damage on the side of Bendover, so most of their sieges will be relatively slow.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
But they'll be fine with that. They know K4 can't take a fight right now, not without their troll. And they're not gonna give up this tier 1 up here. KKs are actually making a move and they're looking to catch Mega. Looking for a bash with Panda in disguise, and the stun lands by KKZor, and yeah, he shows why he's so experienced with this hero, how many games he's had with her. Now making him back mid. Buddy is spotted, but they missed the whirling axes. Are turning around here, and they are looking to go on Carmen. Carmen does look to make it out. Meteor Bob is keeping an eye out, and they will move for this. And there's the smoke, but I think Carmen's gonna get away from this. Yeah, he's just high right now. So, right now, K4 playing a little bit scared, huddled together, farming together. And they do have the high ground, so it's pretty good positioning. And they see Super Buddy, and he should be a little careful here. He does realize Meteor Bob is spotting them, but the Chrono comes in. It's only a one-man Chrono. Meteor Bob blows up. Dash looks like he's in a little bit of trouble. Panda in disguise goes down too, and now they're looking to turn her around. Super Ruddy going ham on Carmen, but Carmen gets blown up by Lina. Hamad is looking to make it out of there, and Phoenix is still with them. They look to have lost this fight when it looked like it was going pretty even for them, but that's Huskar doing Huskar things. Hamada does take out the Phoenix, but Hamada goes down himself to that Huskar. Gets kill after kill after kill, and he's looking pretty dangerous right now.
Dire's middle tower is
And
under
Huskar's pushing the high ground.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Oh, a lull in proceedings. Take a look at XP. Any big items, so a 10,000 gold lead now for Bendover. Any big items coming up, heroes? Doesn't look like it. A diffusal coming up on Ricky, which could be quite useful. But aside from that, and of course you get the Huskar the Aegis. Like this demon or even needed it. Dungeon Yasha about to be completed on Armin's. Amato has had a pretty good game by all accounts. Had a very nice swap to escape the Lina stun from his old teammate KKZor. Phoenix just brass with his Icarus dive. And he does have his egg up, and Chronosphere is also up. So K4 have to be very careful here. And Bendover are gonna go for the high ground again. They know they have a huge advantage right now. They can push it.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And the Sunray comes in to keep Huskar nice and healthy. And he's a siege engine that K4 can't stop right now.
Radiant structures are fortified.
They're just not doing enough damage to him.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
They do take the bottom tower using Troll, but I don't think that's they're gonna lose 1 Rax for this minimum, and that's 1 Rax, and Super will back up now. Back up to heal up. He still has that Aegis. Lina comes, counter push the bottom. Haste rune or the S4 rune. They look to be leaving it for Lina, as she has a bottle. And there's the Aghanim Scepter completed by Lina, and now she has the ability to really blow up that Viper. Feel like we should keep an eye on this man at all times. Wild Wing Ripper. Probably gonna see a tornado here, boys. Definitely the armor bonus as well. So a smoke attempt does come in by K4, but they're already Bendover already so far ahead that they're just gonna look to push this tower, and at this rate they might even expect the smoke gank. Once they push high ground, they realize there's no one here. And yeah, the smoke is wasted by K4. They have to come back and they have to try and defend this, but again, I don't think they can defend it in time. And they're probably gonna lose this tower. There goes the tower, and they are making moves with Buddy, but he doesn't care much, and now he's going for one of the racks. And the Chrono comes in and only catches Viper with no follow-up. Phoenix goes down too, and this is a big turnaround by K4. It's a really good fight for them, but they're just taking too much damage. Huskar does use his Aegis. Can he go beast mode here? He does not have a BKB, and it doesn't look like he can. Huskar looks like he's gonna go down. That's an amazing defense by K4. Really well played. They stopped that Phoenix from even trying to attempt that egg. Well then. Really well played by K4. It was looking like it was curtains for them, but they were able to take down that monstrous Huskar. And then the guys could get caught here. And he does get caught, but I don't think they're gonna have enough to kill him here. Yeah, he just blinks out. And goes. The double support combo. Smelling blood. Apologies, guys. So they'll be very happy with that defense. They didn't lose anything aside from the tier 3 tower over there. They have lost 1 Rax in middle, and the favor is definitely still in Bendover's hand. Like, the game is definitely still in Bendover's hands. The experience is very close, surprisingly, but the gold advantage is just increasing, and the Huskar is a monster, as I stated earlier. He's got the assault courier S2 now. JK has explosive damage though, and he can just blow up a hero at the start of the fight. And they're gonna look bottom again. And a smoke coming in. Panda Skies does have the Chronosphere. Phoenix does have the egg. And this could be a deciding fight for the match. With one misstep by K4. Buddy is just so
Dire's bottom barracks
teaching the Rax right now. And they're making a move on him, but he looks to be okay, and he's probably gonna take out this Rax. His teammates are pinging the Rax basically, and there comes one chrono. He only gets dash, not the best chrono. And this guy's trying to make it out, and they're trying to stop Ara from using the egg. He does use the egg anyway, and Troll turns to him, and he can't stop the egg, so this egg could spell curtains for K4, and it does. Dash goes down, and now Orpheus goes down too. Hamada is soon to follow. This is gonna be a team wipe. Buybacks on the ready. Viper's coming back, and so is Witch Doctor, but can they stop this Huskar alone? I don't think so. That is what happens when you do not stop a Phoenix Egg. And he does go on Orpheus, and he will take Orpheus down. You cannot stop this man. He's now going on Dash. Dash goes down as well. There comes the GG. And this Huskar last pick has worked wonders. It sends Bendover to the grand finals for the Classico rivalry against Elab. Thank you so much for K4 for participating. They are in the prize pool, included in the prize pool, and they did put up quite a fight today. We will see you guys at 10 o'clock for the grand final. Enjoy Iftar, and we will just leave you with a message from our sponsors. Thanks, guys.